investigations describe the rampant use of marijuana inside the club that they have witnessed each time that they have gone into the club. We also produced video that documented that very fact. One of the officers also testified that when he entered the club, he was not asked to go through the metal detector that was fundamental to this new security initiative. He was told by security that the unit was not functioning. On August 11 of 2011, the club owner, Mr. Williams, pled guilty to federal employment tax evasion for failing to pay $81,712 in federal income tax and Social Security tax on behalf of his employees. Mr. Williams admitted to withholding federal tax from his employees' checks, but not paying those taxes to the IRS. In addition to evading federal employment taxes, he was also found during that investigation to have not filed a personal income tax return since 2001. On November 8th of 2011, Mr. Williams was convicted of federal felony tax evasion and was sentenced to 5 years of probation and 15 months of home incarceration. September 30th of 2011, Mr. Williams' emissions license was suspended by the city effective October 1st for failure to pay the emissions tax. Mr. Williams failed to pay that emissions tax from April through August and did not respond to any correspondence from the city treasurer during that time. He did finally make those delinquent taxes paid in December of 2011. I think it's fairly clear from this evidence that although the club may have attempted to beef up its security, the high level of violence continues to be ongoing, and that's even since you objected last year. It's just an ongoing problem at this location. In addition to that, the ownership has violated local, state, and federal laws over this past year that everybody else in the city is obligated to abide by. It was January 30th and March 5th that we presented our case to the state. It is still before the state at this point. We are estimating, based on what the state has told us, 3 or 4 weeks before we will find what their findings are. So we are still waiting for that. It's based on all these facts that we believe that you should merely reaffirm the objection that you've already put forth last year.
Thank you, Officer. Any responses from the committee chair? Quinlan?
I just have one question. I remember last year that the community actually did not object.
Correct.
What are they saying this year?
As this is a reaffirmation, I did not contact the community. This is just presenting again the facts that we had from last year and the additional events that have occurred.
Madam Quinlan, I believe I think it was the community council representatives, and I believe that several business members was part of the several bar owners were part of the community council vote on that, I believe. But I think that had something to do with them not objecting. But anyway, any other comments from the community, council? Okay, thank you.
Thank you, sir.
We have 4 speakers on the issue. Earlene Burrows, as well as Peggy Burrows. Are you all? I'm assuming you are related. If you want to come up together, that'd be fine. Each one will have the privilege of the floor for 2 minutes.
Yes, I am the mother of Dexter Burrows.
Pull your mic up toward that. There you go.
I am the mother of Dexter Burrows, and this is his father, who was shot inside the club Ritz. And this is my sister and another relative behind me, and we come to these meetings to help convince the state, the city, or whoever that this club needs to be closed. The day my son was shot, we had a conversation earlier. My niece was to go out for her 18th birthday in the fall, and she said the club Ritz. He said, no, I don't go to the Ritz. I asked his friend why they went. I just still don't know. I don't know why he went in there, but I do know he never walked out. I have been in the club. I've toured it. my lawyers. I saw the spot where he laid. We've just been through this so much. I want closure on some end. This is not going to stop. It's just not going to stop. I mean, some people go there for the wrong reasons. Some kids, you know, they're young. They go to clubs and they just go to have a good time. But they don't know what really bad tragedy could happen just by their dancing or just sitting there or something. I'm really tired of coming to these meetings. I really need closure. You know, it's unexplainable to me how this feels, and I don't know how he just gets away with everything. I mean, from taxes, how could you be a businessman and you take your employees' money out of their check that's supposed to be going to Social Security and not pay it and keep it and put it in your pocket? How long is he going to get away with doing this stuff?
Thank you. And, my condolences to you and the other members of your family. Mr. Burrows.
Thank you. I'm Billy Burrows. I'm the father of Dexter. I just want to add on to what Peggy is saying, and I'll also add on to what Officer Adams is talking about. You guys are on the safety committee. You all know what's going on in that club. Every one of you know. It's no secret at all. I'm with Peggy because it's ridiculous that we have to keep coming down here. And if it was any one of your child, you'd be doing the same thing. You can't tell me you wouldn't be. Andrew Williams, I mean, he cooked up goofy stories as the gun coming in a unique way and things like that. It was a wheelchair. I don't even care about. I'm not even going to talk about the security issue because we all know. But let's talk about the promises that he made to the city. You know, he gonna beef up his security. Didn't happen. He's supposed to beef up the body detectors. Didn't happen. He's supposed to have a membership VIP club. Whatever. Don't happen. He's supposed to record IDs and license. That doesn't happen. He wanted to get other clubs involved. You have to be a fool to be involved with this guy. If you're a club owner, you got to be really, really stupid to put yourself in that position. He says you can't get a police detail because the police don't like you. I mean, he even said he didn't pay his taxes because his mother wasn't working on his books. His mother passed away 8 years ago. How stupid is that? Only thing this guy's doing, like I said before, he's spitting in all of our faces and he's laughing about it. And as a safety committee, I don't know how you guys are letting this go. After all the other clubs have been closed for less than that, my son has been murdered, assassinated inside a club. His daughter would never see him again, ever. He won't, she won't, I mean, he'll never get to take her to that father-daughter dance. Didn't get to take her the first day of school, won't see her graduate. She won't be able to get advice from him, I mean, anything. So, if nothing else, we all object to this man having his license. And to your point about the community, have they objected? If you're on the safety committee, my thing is this: I don't care what the community thinks. If it's a safety issue, you move forward. You don't wait to what the community thinks. You move forward.
Okay, Mr. Burrows, you have to wrap it up. Okay. Thank you, sir. My condolences as well to you. Our next speaker is Lisa Fields, followed by Ken Price.
Hello.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. My name is Lisa Fields. Peggy Burrows is my sister. Her son Dexter Burrows is my nephew. As you know, on May 16, 2010, Dexter was executed inside the Club Ritz. Mr. Williams has intentionally deceived Cincinnati City Council, Cincinnati Police, the citizens, but most of all, those who attend his club. He has made many promises